Hey everyone, Renee here. Today I'm doing a review of all the latest launches from The Ordinary just this year. There have been a few. I've been wanting to do this video for a while now, especially because so many of you have been asking me my thoughts on these latest formulas, but they just kept dropping newness. I mean, even up until recently. But then again, what better time is there than Slowvember to do this? All the formulas in The Ordinary are categorized as prep, treat, and seal. So we'll start off with prep, obviously, and that's cleansers. There are 2 new cleansers, and I love it because they're vastly different. In fact, I find that with a lot of the new formulas that have come out, they are really completing and rounding out the different categories, so filling holes. I'm going to start with a cleanser that was really not what I expected at all, the Glycolipid Cream Cleanser. When I first saw this, I naturally figured that this would be a gentle cream second cleanser. I was wrong. The intended purpose of this is the removal of makeup or anything that's just sitting on the surface of your skin that is most effectively removed with an oil-based cleanser. But this is oil-free. So it does what an oil-based cleanser does without the oil. This cleanser smells exactly like CAIL, which is sort of coconutty and also uses glycolipids. So this is applied on your dry skin just like an oil or balm cleanser. The second surprise for me was the texture. So this is not a cream texture. It's an emulsion. It's sort of gelish as well, but it has a really nice slip to it while you're applying it on your skin. And it doesn't really emulsify in the way that I'm used to. I don't see it turning milky, but it still rinses off clean. And for this reason, I prefer this to the Squalane cleanser, which does not quite rinse off clean. It sort of leaves a residue on the skin. This removes all my sunscreen and makeup. But then again, I'm not a heavy makeup wearer. I don't have layers of makeup. And also my mascara is a tubing mascara, so it pretty much slides off just with water. Sometimes there may be a leftover smudge of eyeliner, but the second cleanser will completely eliminate that. This is a great first cleanser if you have normal to oily skin, or if you just don't prefer or enjoy an oil-based first cleanser. Their Glucoside Foaming Cleanser I've reviewed already. This was the first launch this year. Even though this is low foaming and gentle, it really has the effectiveness of a much stronger cleanser, except without any of the stripped, dry, tight after effects. In fact, this was tested on babies from 3 to 18 months. No tears, no redness. This was also tested against some other very well-known formulas for children. And it came out as just being more gentle on the skin. I just naturally reach for it when my skin just feels like it's got a lot of heaviness just sitting on top. I find this to be a great second cleanser after an oil-based cleanser. This would especially make normal to oily skin happy. They actually have a cleanser discovery set, which I think is pretty cool, especially if you're like me and you believe in situational cleansing, which is, there's some days where I need more, some days I need less. This has smaller sizes of all 3 of their cleansers, which I think is pretty cool, especially if you want to try them all out. So I really love their new Multi-Peptide Eye Serum. I've been using this a lot. I think it's such an effective formula. It's got everything I need for this eye area. Gothamista just really knows how to do peptides well. In fact, the whole multi-peptide category in The Ordinary has some of the most exceptional and some of my favorite formulas. This is personally where I feel like I'm really getting the best value. This contains 8 actives, which make up for 35% of the entire formula, which is concentrated. This treats the eyes on so many levels. I love the fact that I can use this on my upper mobile lids as well as the under eyes. I need it all over. This has niacinamide for the brightening. This also has a bunch of signal peptides like matrixyl for really helping with the appearance of lines, crow's feet. There's also acetyl tetrapeptide 5, which is really effective at dealing with under eye puffiness. But there's also caffeine in this as well to help with that too. I'm not just talking about eye bags, but I'm talking about upper lid puffiness as well. I feel like this has been effective at reducing that. This is lightweight in texture, but it's just robust enough that you feel it hydrating the skin around here and just plumping the skin where the fine lines are. Of course, my first love is FECC from NIOD, but this is a great, affordable alternative that is similarly effective. A serum that I find to be really exciting is their Aloe 2% plus NAG 2% solution. This is a great skin treatment for pre or post-acne skin, but I particularly appreciate how this addresses so many of the post-acne visible appearance concerns that just affect us so much emotionally. This reduces the appearance of post-inflammatory erythema, or those bright red marks that take forever usually to fade and are impossible to conceal in any natural looking way. But this also helps with the post-acne skin texture as well. So while the NAG reduces the pigmentation post-acne, they have also included a very special peptide, which is non-irritating, it's gentle, it's non-acid, to resurface the appearance of the dents and pits that are usually left after acne. This also just generally helps strengthen the skin barrier for prevention. The texture of this is really light, but it has that really nice aloe slippiness to it, so it applies fabulously. Also, it sinks in and absorbs fast. This is very layerable. It just kind of disappears into your skin. This serum is actually perfect to pair with other acne treatments just to really boost results. And because it is non-irritating but effective, it won't clash with other acne treatments that might be harsher. Their most recent launch is their Soothing and Barrier Support Serum. So this may have some similarities to NIOD's Modulating Glucosides in that it aims to just soothe uncomfortable skin, help heal, repair a damaged skin barrier, and just calm redness. I started using this towards the end of the summer, and I have the kind of reactive skin that turns red from too much heat, too much cold, when the wind blows. It's really soothing when my skin feels overheated. I love the texture of it, which doesn't have any oil in it, but it does somehow feel lipidy, kind of like Modulating Glucosides, in that it has a little bit of richness to the texture. A friend of mine who has oily skin during the summer, she actually used this in place of a moisturizer, and she felt it was like perfect. This has 2% niacinamide, Centella asiatica, and ceramides, as well as vitamin B12, which is where this gets that bright pink Pepto-Bismol color from. Even though this was launched last year, I want to quickly mention the Lash and Brow Serum, which is really one of my favorites. On me, it took longer to see results than with the usual prostaglandin formulas, but I can't really use those formulas because they just cause too much irritation on my eyes. The Lash and Brow Serum, however, uses peptides that cause no irritation whatsoever. And in the time that I've been using it, I've never known any other side effects on my skin around my eye area. But my lashes and brows, which have been affected by hormones, tend to look really spindly and weak. I've noticed them growing just thicker and stronger. But I've really noticed that I would always have those few brow hairs that just keep on growing. So I feel like the growth cycle has extended, but I noticed that with my lashes too, because at some point they just started to curl. My natural hair grows on the wavy side, so I feel like my lashes just need to achieve a little bit of length before it can actually curl. Probably my favorite of their releases, and I've already gone through so many tubes of this, is their natural moisturizing factors in Phytoceramides. This is a hardcore moisturizer that isn't for everyone. I love it. There are a lot of moisturizers out there that claim to be rich, but not daring enough to really, really go there. And they are probably a rich moisturizer for someone with oily skin, so never quite dense enough to my liking. The texture of this reminds me of Crème de la Mer original formula. Yes, I am old enough to remember when the original Crème de la Mer came out and I had to be on a waiting list. That was dense. This is not the kind of moisturizer that just sinks in and dries down after you apply it. It will keep your skin feeling really well coated and lubricated throughout the day. This would be too much for a lot of people during the daytime, and also makeup doesn't apply as smoothly over this. But when it is cold out there, my skin just feels incurably dry and sensitive. This just injects long-lasting life back. It's like I have a glow again. I'm not cracking in certain areas of my face. When I make expressions, it just makes everything just look healthy. And yeah, it's a great nighttime treatment. It's like a moisturizer and a sleeping mask in one. You will wake up with soft, dewy skin. So on the other extreme is their natural moisturizing factors and beta-glucan. This is their lightest moisturizer. This is a pure, clear, beautiful, lush gel. My skin has always been a big fan of beta-glucan because it just achieves so many things I need. It's calming, it's soothing, it's hydrating. This is for anyone who wants a light, refreshing moisturizer without emollients, creaminess, oils. I love the texture of this. It is so lush and it feels great to apply. The nature of beta-glucan is that it can be quite a sticky humectant that's kind of like honey, but you don't feel that at all. It just forms this really weightless, flexible film on your skin, leaving the texture very, very smooth. The way in which I really love using this a lot is as a sleeping mask, just a thin layer over all my other skincare, which shouldn't work, but it just does. So that's it, everyone. These are my experiences with the new formulas from The Ordinary this year. I hope you found this helpful. But thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I'm wishing you great skin health. Bye!